from Kathy's Cute Creations. Today we are going to work on that baby quilt. The baby was born in March and his name is Jackson. So I am going to take these squares that I had. These were the 5-inch squares that we cut out when we did the little pinwheels up there. And so what we're doing is I'm going to take these, we're going to cut them down, and we're going to use the AccQuilt Go, and we're going to put the letters for his name, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. Now this is going to be using the fusible, so that means I don't need to worry about the direction that I put the fabric on there because it's going to have fusible on the back side. So let me show you how I do it. So this is my die, and it has up to the M, the letter M in the alphabet, so it's 2 die sets. And this is the first half, so I have the 4 letters of his name on this die set already covered and cut out. So I started out with the square, and then I put the square, and I will give you an example here. So I put the square over his letter of his name, the C, like this. Decided where in that square I wanted it, and I wanted it with most of the polka dots. And then all I did was go like this, creased it, cut it off there, came down so I could see it, make sure it was all on there, and then go up like this and cut that off. And that's how I came up with this little square right here. Because since I'm using the fusible on the other side, I want to make sure it's only covering that letter and it doesn't cut with these other blades. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to get the fusible, and I have this is what I use. I use Steam-A-Seam 2. Now, this is all cut by me because this all came in a big old roll, and then I've run out of the paper, the store-bought, so I got this, and I use it for all of my cutting. So I went ahead and just cut it this size so it'll fit exactly in here. You can see the pencil mark if you look real close there, because I marked it with the pencil before I cut it off the roll. And so all I'm going to do is take this, and I think I can get, let me see. I could get that square right there if I wanted to and put it on it. As long as it's in the middle, I'm fine. Or I can probably do this green one here too. So I can get out of this, which is leftover from the other project, I can get 2 of them. And then I'll go ahead and put the other squares on these. We're going to do this first, and then when I'm done, I'm going to do the other one, and I'll put it up here. Let me show you how I am doing this. So I pulled this off of the letter C, and all I'm doing is matching it up to see how much I can get on here. And I can get quite a bit. Then I'm just going to take my rotary cutter, and I'm going to cut. Then I'm going to cover it, because we want to make sure that the fabric is over the top of that, because when you do this on your ironing board up there, you don't want this stuff to stick to your iron. So all I do is push it off, and I'm going to go a little bit more to the left without cutting my fabric. So then when I go like this, it's covering all 3 sides. I'll turn it, and then I will go ahead and go off a little bit more. And now that's going to cover the whole thing, just like that. And then all I have to do is take my paper, get it started here, like this, because this is double-sided. So I'm tearing this piece off here, the stickies on this side, and I'm going to go like this and put it down. And then that one I will iron, but first let me go ahead and do the other one. See, that's going to fit right over that. And then this should work for the little green one here. I should be able to get it just like that. Let's see if I can get it. I could probably get it just like that, and it'd be all right. And I'll do the same thing. I'm just going to take a little bit off here. And if you're worried you can't get it straight, grab yourself a ruler, put it up there, and use the ruler. Go ahead and put this up there. Come down with it. And I'm I'm probably going to be better going over this direction to get most of that. So what I'll do is I'll come like this, because it'll give me more on the right than on the left. And the more I have, the better off I am. So let's go this way, like that. And you can see here I'm off the... So I can come over a little bit to the right and still not have too much taken off. Just like this. And that'll cover all of that. And then just take this corner because it's got less here. Just move it over a little bit. Because you don't want to cut any of your... I don't want to cut any of my fabric any smaller, because I know for a fact that my fabric is just perfect on there. Do the same thing. And even though this is ripped like this, that's fine. Just take it and tear it up here so that stays intact. Here we go. Start at the bottom, work my way up. There we go. Oops. And now keep in mind, this does not stay down until you've ironed it. So you can rearrange it, move it over to the right, move it to the left, wherever it needs to go. Once we iron it, it'll be on there permanently. So that'll take care of that one. So now I'm going to need some for this green here and this lighter green there. And of course I'm out of paper here because this one's too small. That's not going to fit. So we'll set it aside. And I'll take a brand new piece here. And then what I can do is just put it up here in the corner like that. Let's see how big my square is, because I didn't. So that's about a 1/4. Let's see. There we go. Let's go this way. Come off it a little bit. There we go. Make sure it fits on there. If it's too big, we'll take a little bit off. Yep, it looks like it's a little bit on this corner here. So let me take that off. I don't want it to mess up my iron. Now if it does, and you get this sticky stuff on your iron, these this glue that's on here, take a little bit of alcohol when your iron is dry. I mean, not dry, when your iron is no longer hot. And that'll take care of that sticky, that glue. Okay, that came off there. Let's put this on here. Hopefully it fits there. I need to move it over a little bit to the left. There we go. Looks good. None of it's sticking out on that side. Okay. And what we got? Let's go this way. And then we're going to go this way. I'm going to probably take it right here. There we go. I think that'll take care of that color right there. Yep. See which piece comes off this time. There we go. Okay, Now when I take the sticky off of this side, the paper, then when it goes onto the fabric, it goes the right side up. So you're always putting it on the wrong side so that when you pull your paper off, the sticky goes on your project. And if you're new at this and you think you need to put a little bit bigger piece of fabric, that's fine. You can do that. Just slowly lay this down. Yep, I don't think I'm plugged in yet. Hold on one second. Okay, so I noticed when I went back to view this before I put it up there on the cutter that I was saying that I wanted to make sure that my colors were like every other color. So I started off with the green. So I have the J, the A, the C. That's my 3 colors. Then I started over with the K. So the S will be one of the 3 that's over here. Let's see. Because I have 1 blue, 1 light green, and 1 dark green. So let me go ahead and put it up here and cut it. Okay, so apparently I recorded the wrong thing. I thought I turned it on and I turned it off, so it didn't get recorded. Then when I thought I turned it off, I turned it on, and nothing got recorded but that green thing right over there, and that was it. So that messed up. Thank goodness I'm checking my video now. So this is what I came back to say. When I first did it the first time around, and I got the letters out, I got the J backwards because it's transposed on the die. So the J was backwards. The A was fine. The C was fine. And the K was fine. So I went ahead and I turned my fabric upside down because here all of them were right side up. And then what I wanted to say was I took a teeny weeny little mat, just a little square mat, so it's only covering what I needed done, so then my larger mat doesn't get cuts in it, which I'm going to show you here in a minute when I pick this up. I'll give you a closer view of what it does to the mat to avoid using up the mats. Okay, so take this up. Here's my letter J. So now it's correct. And then, as you can see, let me see if I get all the different things that this mat has cut. See, and it puts, like, I mean, they're not deep, but eventually the mat will wear out and you'll have to buy another mat. That's why they recommend that you flip the sides whenever you use them. So that's what I wanted to tell you. Now, I'm going to make sure that it is recording for the next die that I do for the last half of his name. Now, looking at these, they all look, well, the O doesn't, but the N and the S look like it's transposed and needs to be flipped over the other direction. I'm trying to, maybe not the S. It's got a bigger thing here. But I think it does. This needs to be flipped over, so that means that the right side of the fabric has to go down. This has to go down on the N, like that. And then the O doesn't make a difference, so we're going to put them all down. But let me show you. I've got the N sitting here, so let me set that aside. And so to do the O, I go like that. Make sure it's not showing. Go like this. It's going to get cut right there. So let me take that off. Come down here. Take it right off here. Go back up here to the O. So I know it'll fit right there. And then go up here and take that off right there. Just like that. Now the O will fit over there. I'll get my camera to, here we go. So there's the O. And I'm going to do the same thing here. And now all I got to do is put the paper to fit. Now just remember to put the sticky paper on the back side. because your paper can be up or down. It doesn't make any difference with this machine. Hold on. I don't know if this is frowned upon or not, but these two right here, this will fit underneath it, and that'll fit underneath the one. So I don't want to use the whole thing. I don't know if you're not supposed to do that or not. I'm going to do it. Let's just go for it. The AccuQuilt Gold Police are going to get me, guys. Let's make sure we're filming. All right, hopefully this is not a catastrophe. All right, let's take a look at it. All right. Everybody's going to scream, "You're not supposed to do it that way. What the heck?" All righty, let's see. If our letters turned out. There's our N and our O. I guess the N could be either way, couldn't it? I guess. And here's our S. There we go. Looks pretty good. Alrighty, there's his name. Let me position it on the quilt to see how I'm going to work that. Okay, so how does that look? I tried to put it kind of like spread it out over the whole thing. And then I feel like it needs something right here, because here's where the sea creatures are. And then right above here is where the others. See, I stopped right here and right there. So how about the year 2020? This is when I need to be live so I can ask you all questions. I don't want to put his whole month and everything. His month was March. I think it'd be better just to put 2020 on there. What do y'all think? Does it sound good? I don't know. Let me go ahead and cut 2020 out. And while I'm showing you this, I actually got to looking at it, and the C and the K looked backwards to me, because I think, looking at it, the big bumps go on the top. So I remade the K and the C. I mean, it just looked off by my eye. The A looks okay. I mean, it could be like that, but I don't like it like that. So I guess it's just a preference as to your eye. I like it better like that. I don't know. They were probably all transposed. Crazy me, didn't know it. But I like the way that A looks. I don't care. I don't want to flip it over. The rest of them are okay. But let me go. I'll go ahead and I'll do the 2020. I'll show you. Let's see. At least the disadvantages. It's got 4. That's going to be a repeated color. So since I repeated the color, I don't know what color I should use. Should I use blue? Just a blue and a green. The dark green and the blue go together. Should I use those colors for the 2020? Otherwise, it's going to have 3 colors, and one color is not going to be. Let me think. Okay, so here's what the die looks like. And they're not transposed. So I'm going to make a 2 and a 2 out of this, a O and an O out of that. So we're just going to put them right down on top of each other, just like that. I've already got my fusible on it. Here's my mat, and we're going to put it through there. Okay. Here's our 2. And our other 2. And that's pieces of the other stuff, because that's what happens when it overlaps. And then we got to punch out the circle and the O for the 20. So we can, and I went lighter with the colors. see. I don't like that at all. Okay, I did not like my choices over there. So we're going to go with this. Let's see if I can get it to cut. And I'm going to do all blue. I need to clip that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I decided to do the blue 2020. So let's go over here and look. And I chose the lighter colored blue, so it doesn't really look like it goes so much with that up there. So I thought that would look all right. So hope you guys think so too. But I kind of like that, so. And then let me tell you, in the last video when we did the strips, I decided to go ahead. I had the white strips here, and then I made these. This is called a ladder. That's what that's called. So I took the strips and cut them down and made them all go down here. And they did it on the left side and the right side. Pick it up a little bit so you can see it better. Like that. And I started down here towards the end of the blanket. So let me go ahead and iron all of this on, and then we'll take a look at it. Okay, it's all completed. I got his name on there and the year. And all I got to do is embroider it and then quilt it. And as soon as I get that done, I will be sure and show you how it finished out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't yet so you can get more of my videos. And I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.